Om Gurubhyo Namah. Om Ganapate Namah. Om Shri Paradevataye Namah. This is Jithesh Sathyan. This video on Muladhara Vidya, Tantra Yoga with Chakras and Kundalini, prepared for Sri Vidya Tantram WhatsApp group. In last video, we covered Vajrasana for Muladhara. So, before we progress to the next level, which is Pranayama along with Mudras, you will first need to ensure that you are ready for this level. In a typical Gurukulam based system, when you go to the Guru and says that I have been practicing on the asana and as well as the kriyas which were taught, the Guru will evaluate you before he gives you the Vidya for the next level or information on how to practice the next level. So, before you start on Pranayama, what is required is to evaluate how well you performed in the previous level. Since we don't have a specific Gurukulam setup, you will have to do a self-evaluation. So, how you will do the self-evaluation? You should be able to sit in Vajrasana completely still for 5 minutes without any movement. Also, while you are sitting still, you should be focusing on the cool air that you breathe in and the warm air that you breathe out. So, deep breathing of cool air in, warm air out. Focus on it, and that needs to be done at least for 5 continuous cycles. 5 continuous inhalation and exhalation. Why 5? Because initially when you actually do the practice, it's quite common that while you focus on the cool air that you breathe in and the warm air that you breathe out, after 2 or 3 cycles, you will lose your focus. So you'll have to bring back your focus and again start focusing. So there should be 5 continuous cycles of focus. So 5 continuous cycles of focus and 5 minutes of stillness. How will the Guru test it? So you come in and you say that you have been sufficiently practicing. The Guru will say, come, let's meditate together. So the Shishya will sit in front. The Guru now watches. The Guru watches the Shishya sitting in the Vajrasana posture. He will ensure that the Shishya is perfectly still for a sufficient time. Along with that, he will look at the eyeballs of the Shishya. So whenever the Shishya loses focus, the eyeball will start tilting and moving. So perfect stillness as well as focus on the breath is properly evaluated by the Guru before the Shishya is given instructions on the next level. Same needs to be done here. You need to do a self-evaluation and ensure that you have asana siddhi, that is, you are able to perfectly maintain your posture, as well as you have sufficient focus to handle this level. Now, why it is important? Because if you don't do it, then when you are doing pranayama, you will be worried more about keeping your posture. You will be worried that you are feeling pain in specific parts of your legs rather than focusing on the pranayama. And even in pranayama, you won't be able to have the focus in order to do the specific mudras. So that's why these 2 self-evaluation tests needs to be performed. Okay. So assuming you have actually covered the first level, you have enough of asana siddhi as well as focus. Let's come to what we will cover in this particular topic of pranayama. So pranayama basically is control on the movement of prana. So the link to control this is the breath. So breath, the inhale and exhale should not be mistaken as prana or pranayama. Of course, the way you can connect to this internal energy called prana is using your breath. So you will use breath as a means in your initial practice in order to do pranayama, in order to gain your focus and move the prana. Okay. So that's on the theory part of the pranayama. Now, in order to do proper pranayama, in order to have the results of pranayama, you should have nadi shuddhi. Nadi shuddhi is the energy channels used for prana movement should be clean. So the pathways should be clear. So how do you get nadi shuddhi? There are multiple exercises, multiple kriyas associated, both internal and external, which can be used for nadi shuddhi. We will do a simple one. In this simple nadi shuddhi practice, you will hold your hands like this. The middle finger is moved inwards. Use the other two as clips, and this finger, the index finger, you can hold on in the center of the eyebrows. So breathe in through the left nostril. Hold and then exhale through the right nostril. Again, inhale through the left nostril. Hold and then exhale through the left nostril. So this is one cycle where you inhale through the left, was holding, exhale through the right, again inhale through the right, hold and exhale through the left. This is not nadi shuddhi, this is the sequence or the cycle that needs to be followed. Now there is a count involved. Okay? So inhale, the count is 8, hold, it would be 32, and exhale is 16. 1:4:2 is the ratio of inhale, hold, exhale. And again you do the same thing. 1:4:2. 8, 32, 16. That is one cycle. So you'll have to do 3 cycles. So that was one cycle. So the 8:32:16 is considered as Adhama. Adhama method of doing the Nadi Shuddhi. The Madhyama method is where you are able to do 16:48:24. And the Uttama method is the Madhyama method is 12:48:24, and Uttama method is 16:64:32. So again, Adhama is 8:32:16, Madhyama is 12:48:24, and Uttama is 16:64:32. Okay. We can do at multiple levels. If we want to try 16 is also fine. Okay. So we saw the Athama, Madhyama and Uttama method. Now don't start even with 8. Start based on whatever is possible for you. Now, one thing to be to be noted here is, it's not specifically on your lung capacity. What you are currently doing in this is, the inhale and exhale should be perfectly controlled. So you are going to make it a small, slight stream in terms of inhale and exhale in order to increase your duration. So how did you increase your duration to 16 or exhale to 32? This is achieved by how slow you are able to exhale breath outward. It's not about how much you can hold. It's about how finely you can actually do it. Some tips here is, so one, don't worry about your lung capacity. Do it as per what you can do. Don't overstretch. So don't start with 16 or 12. Start even with 4 and slowly gradually come to 8 and slowly increase. Okay, based on your control levels. Your capacity is initially a issue. After that, it's mostly your control levels. Now, second thing that you have to notice, if you are holding more than your capacity or beyond a specific limit, when you try to exhale, there is a very high chance that you will exhale fast and you will not have control over your exhale and you will have a reduced time for your exhalation. The way you can handle it is, when you hold, after you reach the specific limit, whether it is 32 or 64, hold for a few more seconds in order to have a perfect control. So you are feeling that you are holding and you are about to exhale. And after you have that control, slowly exhale. Otherwise, you won't be able to control your exhale. So focus on your inhale, focus on your hold, focus on your exhale. 1:4:2 is the ratio. And you will have to do it on the left to right and right to left in order to complete one cycle. You will have to do it for 3 cycles. So this is the Nadi Shuddhi part which needs to be first done before you come to the specific pranayama. And Nadi Shuddhi needs to be continued because it will take at least couple of months to have Nadi Shuddhi before you actually find the results of pranayama. Now coming to the pranayama part. There are 2 pranayamas associated to the Muladhara. The first one is directly linked to the Jnanendriya and the Karmendriya of Muladhara. The Jnanendriya for Muladhara is the nose. The Karmendriya is the anus. So you are going to use Ashwini Mudra in order to do the first pranayama. Ashwa as in horse. So horse, before it excretes, it will pull inward and then push outward in order to excrete from its anus. So hence the name Ashwini. So we have to do the same thing of contracting the region in our anus, the muscles around the anus, pull it in and then leave it. How you do it? You will first inhale. During your hold, you are going to contract, and when you exhale, you are going to relax. What are you doing here? So this is where pranayama comes in. So prana is when you breathe in, prana is coming in. Okay? Apana, which usually has a tendency of downward flow, is pushed up forcefully with the contraction. So by contracting the muscles in the anus region, you are pushing the apana upwards, causing the prana and apana to meet in the region near the anus. So that is Ashwini Mudra. So you will have to take in a deep breath. On holding, you will have to contract the muscles in the region of the anus. While exhaling slowly, you will have to relax the region of the anus. So this is Ashwini Mudra. So when you are initially doing Ashwini Mudra, it's quite obvious that some of the regions above the anus also, the muscles will get activated because you don't have control to isolate the muscles around the anus, which is perfectly fine. The important part is you should not stress the muscles in that region. You should slowly, it's not fast contraction and fast relaxation. Slow inhale, as slow as possible. Hold, contract as much as possible, not beyond your limits. Contract, and when you want to breathe out, slowly relax. So this is Ashwini. Now when you are breathing in also, try to focus on your spine. So when you breathe in, focus as if the energy is moving through your spine downwards, so that the prana and apana meeting happens. So you focus on the spine when breathing in and breathing out, and focus on the Ashwini Mudra while you are doing the hold. So that is Ashwini Mudra, which is directly linked to the Jnanendriyas and the Karmendriyas associated to Muladhara. That's one. So you will have to do this 6 times. 3 cycles of Nadi Shuddhi, 6 times of Ashwini Mudra based pranayama. Now the second one associated to the Muladhara, which also needs to be done, practiced, is the Vajroli, the Vajroli Mudra. Vajra, as you are already aware, we have the Vajrasana, which we are currently doing. We talked about the Vajrayuda of Indra, the Lord associated to the Muladhara chakra. We also discussed about how the term Vajra is associated to the Muladhara, as in Vajranadi. Now coming to the Mudra, which is also Vajroli, again Thunderbolt. So everything relating to Thunderbolt for the Muladhara chakra. So in Vajroli Mudra, here you are going to contract the region or the muscles of your urinary system. Just like whenever you are having a tendency to urinate and you want to hold it for some time before urinating. So you will have to pull your muscles in that region inward. So that is what you are going to do. The process remains the same. Slow inhale, hold the muscles in the urinary region, and then that is during hold, and when you exhale, you will slowly relax. This also needs to be done. The 3 times of Nadi Shuddhi followed by 6 times of Ashwini, 6 times of Vajroli. Okay. Now again, focus on your spine as well. Now we will combine these for the Muladhara. The reason being that the Muladhara chakra is in the perineum region, which is in the region between the genitals and the anus. So what really is happening as part of the muscle contraction, the anus region as well as the urinary region, the region between these, which is corresponding to the perineal gland, the perineum, is what is going to get activated, causing activation of the Muladhara chakra. So here you will have a deep inhalation, then first do the contraction of Ashwini Mudra, which is first contract the region of the anus. Next, contract the region of the urinaries. And then hold. And when you exhale, relax both these muscles. So prana apana meetup happens, as well as you are able to ensure that these 2 mudras are also handled. So this needs to be done 9 times. So you are doing inhale, slow inhale, focusing on the spine, then doing the Ashwini Mudra, anal region, then doing pushing the muscles in the urinary region inward, contracting both, activating the perineum. Then when you are feeling the pressure, slowly relax and you exhale again, focusing on your spine. This is the Pranayama and associated mudra for the Muladhara region. Now, one thing to be understood is there are many more mudras associated to the tamasic region below the navel. Okay, and this is different from Mulabandha. Mulabandha also involves the lower ab muscles as well as muscles of the perineum region. So you should be able to isolate the anal region, the muscles of anal region, the perineum region, and the urinary region, the yoni region, and your lower abs in order to properly do Mulabandha. So all these are different. Each are different, the mudras are different, bandhas are different. But what you are trying to do here is, you are trying to push the apana upward. Whether the Mulabandha will push the energy from here to here, Uddiyana Bandha pushes it even further, and Jalandhara Bandha will push it even further. So the three bandhas are locked in order to push the energy upwards. So this Mulabandha, as well as the other bandhas, is again associated to higher chakras. For Muladhara chakra, we focus on Ashwini and Vajrayoti. Now, even from spine, this is not going to be an imagination for you. So right now you are focusing on the spine, right? So just like Mulabandha is taught at a higher level, similarly, spinal breathing is also taught at a higher level. Spinal breathing as in, basically you will feel the spine. So it comes under many names. This as Hamsa Vidya, Ajaba, it will Ojas, Jyoti, fire breathing. A lot of names are associated to breathing through or focusing the prana or movement of the prana through the spine. So that is another topic. Right now, we'll focus on the two mudras and the pranayama. But teachers do teach, along with Ashwini mudra or Vajrayoti mudra, spinal breathing as well. But it's a more advanced topic associated to, once you reach here, then you will actually activate the fire, where it would actually make more, you will be able to experience more in terms of proper spinal breathing. And of course, spinal breathing also, in order to get quick results from spinal breathing, you also should have mastered Shambhavi. Stillness in holding the Shambhavi in order to push the energy further upward. So spinal breathing, Mulabandha or other mudras below the navel region should not be confused with Ashwini or any of the Vajrayoti mudras. So you just focus on Pranayama and the two mudras that I have mentioned. So 3 times, 3 cycles of Nadi Shuddhi, 6 cycle of Ashwini, 6 cycle of Vajrayoti, and 9 cycles combining Ashwini and Vajrayoti. This is what you have to do in order to master the pranayama along with the mudra for the Muladhara region. Okay, so again, there is self-test associated to this region as well, this level as well, associated to pranayama and mudra, just like we had a self-evaluation on the previous thing that was taught, which is Vajrasana. So hope you practice. Wishing everyone a happy and healthy life with Tantra Yoga. Thanks for watching the video.